Let me paint you a picture. England's players land in Kansas City, tournament bays, fresh kit, press smiling, and within 24 hours, their boots get stolen. A tornado rolls through town. Their best winger is hobbling, and their captain hasn't stopped bleeding since the first game. But somehow, they're top of the group. So today's question isn't whether England are in trouble. It's this: is England cursed, or is chaos just their natural habitat? Let's start with the one nobody saw coming. It's June 13th, 2026. England are moving from their pre-tournament base in Florida up to Kansas City. Standard stuff. Charter jet, World Cup buzz, the whole thing. Except, somewhere between Florida and Missouri, someone decides to rob the England national football team. Not a person, not a player. The truck carrying their equipment. Someone broke into the vehicle mid-transfer and walked away with approximately $18,000 worth of England gear. 9 pairs of cleats, goalkeeper gloves, sets of training kits, a signed national team jersey, electronics. Oh, and a Lego set of Nike Air shoes, worth $99.99. Police arrested 2 men from San Antonio, Texas, charged with receiving stolen property. A Class D felony carrying up to 7 years in prison. The FA confirmed none of the stolen items were essential to match preparation. But that's not really the point, is it? The point is, England hadn't even kicked a ball yet, and someone was already trying to end their World Cup. Jackson County's prosecutor put it bluntly: "We will not tolerate any criminal activity targeting World Cup visitors." Cold, clinical, exactly what you want. Most of the equipment was recovered. The Lego set presumably was not, but this was just the beginning. The same day England arrive at Swope Soccer Village in Kansas City, and the place they literally put a big sign outside saying "the home of England," tornado sirens start going off across the metro. Not a drill. Actual tornado warning. Actual sirens. Actual storm rolling through town. Now, Tuchel is a man known for his composure. He has managed Champions League finals, Bundesliga title races, and a Chelsea squad that somehow still won things. But even he could not have accounted for a tornado. The open training session, meant to be a community event, fans invited, England flag flying, had to be wrapped up 2 hours early. The players retreated to their boutique hotel in Prairie Village, Kansas. Outside, the storm raged. Inside, probably Jude Bellingham was on his phone pretending everything was fine. Here's the thing about Kansas City: it's in Tornado Alley, literally one of the most storm-prone regions in all of America. England, in their wisdom, had chosen it as a base specifically for its central location. Practical, efficient, absolutely terrifying in June, boots stolen, tornado warning, day 1, and England still hadn't played a game. Let's talk about the players who probably shouldn't be here. Bukayo Saka, Arsenal's most important player this season, arrived at the World Cup with an Achilles injury he'd been carrying since March. 3 months. Tuchel himself said England needed to take care of him. He came off the bench in Game 1. Declan Rice, arguably England's most important midfielder, revealed he'd been dealing with nerve pain in his hamstring since Christmas. He started the Croatia game and had to come off in the 72nd minute. Tuchel played it down. Rice played it down. Nobody looked particularly convinced. Reece James missed 6 weeks with a hamstring injury before the tournament. John Stones barely played for Manchester City in the second half of the season. Tino Livramento had a thigh problem in April. The Global Players Union specifically named Declan Rice as one of the athletes playing dangerously too many minutes. Their press conference before the tournament was essentially a warning about the England squad. Tuchel's response: "Our players will be tired after a long season. That's just how it is." Cold, honest, slightly alarming. And here's what makes it genuinely fascinating. This is the same manager who dropped Cole Palmer and Phil Foden for form reasons. Players who weren't fit enough mentally or physically. He prioritized readiness, and then he picked 4 players carrying injuries. Because the alternative, an England squad without Saka and Rice, is scarier than the risk, which tells you everything about how thin the margin is. Before we go any further, let's establish something. England have been doing this for 60 years, not just losing, not just failing, catastrophically, absurdly, specifically Englandly failing. In 1998, France. Beckham is 23 years old and already the most famous footballer in the world. England versus Argentina in the round of 16. Michael Owen scores one of the greatest World Cup goals ever seen. A teenage boy destroying an entire defense. England are alive. England have momentum. Then Beckham gets fouled by Simeone, stays down, and as Simeone taps him on the head to get up, Beckham kicks out. Barely. Gently. Like he was flicking a fly. Red card. England down to 10 men. They hold on. They go to penalties. They lose. The next morning, the Daily Mirror runs the headline. 10 heroic lions. 1 stupid boy. Effigies of Beckham were burned outside London pubs. A 23-year-old was receiving death threats. He described feeling clinically depressed. Victoria said he was broken. And 4 years later, he scored the penalty that beat Argentina. Full redemption arc. Same man. In 2010, South Africa, England versus Germany. Round of 16. England are losing 2-1 and Frank Lampard hits a shot from outside the box. It crashes off the crossbar, bounces a full yard behind the goal line and spins back into play. Manuel Neuer catches it. Looks at the referee waves play on. The goal does not exist. Replays show it crossed the line by a foot. Commentators are losing their minds. The whole stadium can see it, except the referee and the assistant, who were both looking somewhere else entirely at the exact moment it happened. England, demoralized, concede twice more. Final score, 4-1, eliminated. The goal that wasn't changed football forever though. It's the reason goal line technology exists today. Cold comfort. And then, the penalty curse. 7 major tournament shootout losses. 7. Italy 90, Spain 96, Argentina 98, Portugal 2004, Portugal 2006, Italy 2012, Colombia 2018. A nation so traumatized by penalty shootouts that an entire generation of English fans developed a physiological response to spot kicks. Cold hands, racing heart, a resigned, here we go, that starts about 30 seconds before any game goes to extra time. Here's the twist. After everything, the stolen boots, the tornado, the injury crisis, 60 years of curse, England beat Croatia 4-2. 4 goals. Dominant second half. Kane scored twice to equal Gary Lineker's all-time England World Cup scoring record. Bellingham curled one into the bottom corner like it was a training session. Rashford, the man Southgate left out of the Euros entirely, the man Barcelona had to rebuild from scratch, came off the bench and scored. And the way they played, the confidence, the structure, the willingness to actually attack looked different. It looked like a team that knows who it is. Tuchel, when asked about the result afterwards, said, "People in pubs will like this. They really will. Because here's the thing about England that no other fan base quite understands from the outside. The chaos is not new. The chaos is the tradition. Every World Cup campaign England has ever had has come wrapped in disaster, controversy, or pure absurdity. 1966, they hosted it. Jeff Hurst's third goal may or may not have crossed the line. England won 4-2. The curse works both ways. 2018, Southgate's England reached a semi-final nobody expected. They did it with a squad built on clarity, team spirit, and a penalty shootout win. England's first in 22 years. That felt like the nation exhaling after holding its breath for 2 decades. This England team, Tuchel's England, looks like it has that same clarity. Not flashy, not the 26 most talented players, the 26 most committed. Let's talk about what England need to do to actually win this thing, because the path is something. If the brackets hold, England could face Germany in the last 32, then potentially Brazil in the quarterfinals, then Argentina, Messi, 6th World Cup, back-to-back champions in the semi-finals, then Spain in the final. That is the 4 greatest footballing nations on earth, back-to-back-to-back-to-back. Every English nightmare rolled into one bracket. Germany, the team that stole Frank Lampard's goal and made the world introduce goal line technology. Argentina, the country of Maradona's hand of God, Beckham's red card, and 5 penalty eliminations. Spain, the team that beat England in the Euro 2024 final. And Brazil, just Brazil. You could not rate a more England thing than that draw. But here's the counter argument. Kane is 1 goal away from becoming England's greatest World Cup scorer of all time. Rashford has already rewritten his own story. Saka, when fit, is the best English winger since, honestly, maybe ever. And Tuchel, the German coach who might end England's 60-year wait, has something about him. A calm, a certainty. England have never won a World Cup abroad. Maybe that's exactly why 2026 feels different. So, Is everything going wrong for England? Boots stolen, tornado warning, Saka limping, Rice subbed off, Foden and Palmer watching at home. A path that could go through Germany, Brazil, Argentina, and Spain. Yes, everything is going wrong for England. And somehow, they're top of Group L, playing their best football in years with a manager who genuinely seems to believe they can win the whole thing, which is either the most England thing ever, or the beginning of something completely different. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more football stories, rankings, World Cup history, and the greatest moments the beautiful game has ever produced. Until next time, keep the football passion alive, and I'll see you in the next video.